So on today's project, we'll do a little shop work. It's been raining again for the next 2 or 3 days, so not much to do outside. We're going to be working on the dump truck, the 379. Yay. Anyways, we're going to replace this drop axle. This drop axle right here is just a straight axle. When you go to quads, most of them are steer axles like this one. So what I'm going to do is we're going to remove this one and put this one in here. I finally found one. I've been looking one for about a year. Finally found it. So it'll be a good time to go ahead and do some shop work and replace it. So I'm going to start by unhooking all the brake lines and airbag lines and label everything and start unbolting it and sliding it out and see how hard it's going to be. It looks pretty simple. Just a bunch of bolts. I have to drill a bunch of new holes, so probably 10 trips to the hardware store getting fittings and whatnot, but here we go. So this side come apart real easy, other than needing a big impact. This side has got all the air lines on it. Everything runs to the front to the back of the truck, goes right through there. And all the bolts are right here, so you can't even see them. So I'm gonna cut all the zip ties, pry it all back out of the way, because I'm gonna have to drill holes in that same spot. Hopefully I don't damage nothing. So we got it all unbolted, got it on the ground. It wasn't too bad, about what I expected. But the drive shaft, I'm gonna put me a strap up there somewhere and unbolt it and pick it up, and then it'll slide right out. I'll use the four-wheeler to drag it out, and I'll use the four-wheeler to drag that new one in and start trying to hoist it up. So I got everything hooked up, and I was just about to drag it under there, and I was looking to make sure. And this one has got all of the valves and the brake lines and stuff behind this bracket. Probably come off a tri-axle, newer model, because it's electric up down. So I'm just going to take all this off and cut these zip ties. That way I can replumb it right into the existing system that I have, and it'll be just a plug and play. But I'm going to go ahead and pull all this off before I get it under there. It'll be a lot easier. There it is, ready for second shift. So I got the axle under there. I didn't really take any video of it. It was mostly me scratching my head trying to figure out how to get it off the floor. I ended up taking a come along and a strong hand clamp and picking the front of it up until I could get that jack under it, and then just 2 floor jacks got it into place. Put the drive shaft back in it, but I'll get some more video of me putting these bolts and everything. I gotta go get some drill bits and some other stuff to drill it. Lucked out after I did a bunch of measuring. One of the bolt holes on both sides is gonna work. This could have been in a better location. There's a cross brace. There's another piece of metal on the other side of this up to this. So I'm only gonna get one bolt on this side. I might drill another one next to it, but probably just one's all it needs. But the hardest part is lining them up. So I used a plumb bob, made me some marks on the floor, then transferred them up here to the frame. I did both sides, and then I did it on the front. You know, measured it. It's right there. Measured it. Got my center of the axle on the frame. And then I used this plumb bob and dropped it from here to there. And this right here is center, and that's where it says it should be. So it's within a 3/4, maybe an inch. I don't know, ain't enough to worry about because I'm not taking all that loose and scooting it back for that. And plus the bolt holes will be halfway off anyways. That's close enough. So we'll get some drill bits and get back to work tomorrow. Well, I actually found a drill bit that was a couple of them that were dull. I tried to sharpen them. We'll see what happens. I used it to get my center. Instead of trying to punch it, I just put a 5/8 drill bit in there and started me a pilot hole. And so now I'll go in with a 1/4 inch and get started. See just how sharp them bits really are. So I got the other side drilled. This side's got all them air lines, so I just stuck a plate behind there to keep me from having to fix them later. I've been using grease. Seems to be working pretty good than trying to mess with the oil can. And just been sharpening the bits every hole. It's not too bad. The paddle bit, it's pretty easy, but we'll finish drilling these and get it bolted up and start running the air lines. So I thought that was pretty good. That the drill bit on this side, I sharpened it up. I got two of these bits. I was going to go to town and buy some new ones. I found two in my toolbox, so I sharpened it up. But anyways, this side, I sharpened up one time and it went 5 holes and 2 batteries. I thought that was pretty impressive. But these bits, I've got like a 60 grit paddle disc. I put the bit in that bench grinder. Vise, and just barely tune this side up just a little bit, and it was like new. So anyways, save me some money from having to buy some new bits. So we'll hook the air lines up and bolt everything down, and we'll be driving it tomorrow. So I got it all bolted up, zip tied, hooked up. This right here was kind of a nightmare. Only you have one bolt in here. There's a brace that goes across here on the other side. I'll keep an eye on it, and if it starts moving around, I'll fix it, but I doubt it will. Then I went to check the oil in the hub, and it broke. So I went and got one off another axle out back. So I'm gonna put the tires on it, fire it up, and cycle it, and go drive it. Well, it goes up, it goes down. We're gonna call that a success. So, thanks for tuning in. Maybe catch you on the next video.